Hi, I'm Tina, one of the This Girl Can ambassadors. There's been a lot of people getting on their bikes through this whole isolation and COVID, and it's awesome to see so many people interested in riding. So I'm here to try and answer a few questions. First of all, if you're getting back on your bike, I'd say don't feel worried if you don't know stuff. It's okay not to know stuff. So if you don't know how to pump your tires, or you don't know how to change a flat tire, you don't know how to use the maps to get from place to place, that's okay. These are all the things that come with time and experience when you're riding your bike, and it's all part of the journey of cycling, literally. So there's a few things I'd like to talk to you about with cycling and getting back on your bike, especially if you haven't been riding for a really long time. First of all, it's okay to feel nervous. Everybody gets a little bit twitchy when they first get back on the bike, not sure what to do, and that's okay. That's kind of expected, really. It's also okay that if you start riding and you suddenly get to that hill and you think, I can't do that, you can get off and walk. It's perfectly okay to walk up a hill. That's not a problem. If you get a little bit tired, you can get off and walk. I always take my myKey card with me, so just in case I need to catch the train. If you haven't been riding for a little while and you're suddenly getting back out on the bike and you're thinking, do I ride on the path or do I ride on the road? You can make some decisions about that, but the paths are quite busy at the moment. If you are on the road and you're feeling a little bit scared or a little bit nervous, it's perfectly okay to get off the bike and get onto the footpath and start walking. You can cross at the traffic lights and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people on the paths at the moment, so we need to be careful. My other bit of advice is that when you start cycling, you'll find that lots of people would like to give you advice. Lots of cyclists always have great stories about how you should do things. It's your ride and you do it your way. One of the things I would say most of all is don't worry about the numbers. If everyone's telling you you need a bike computer, you probably don't. You do it your way, just get on your bike and ride. Riding is about being in the here and now, and it's about enjoying the moment. It's very much a mindful sport, so just take it all in and enjoy the surroundings that you're in. I think one of the mistakes we can often make when we first get back on the bike is that we're listening to all this information from all these other cyclists who know so much, but you do it your way and you do it the way that it makes you happy. So here's a few tips about what you might want to think about wearing when you're on the bike. First of all, I'd say no floppy pants. On your bike, you've got some running gear, the chain and the pedals. Floppy things and shoelaces can get stuck in that quite easily. So best to wear some firm or tightish leggings if you can, and tuck those shoelaces in. Always make sure you tuck the shoelaces in. I think wearing some bright coloured clothing is also a really great idea. Something like this that looks pretty bright on the road or on the path so everybody can see you. Especially in this cold weather, layers are perfect. Layer, layer, layer is the best way to stay warm. And then when you work up a bit of a sweat, you can start taking those layers off. Synthetic things or with wool or merino are perfect. Anything with cotton tends to get a little bit damp with your sweat and it'll stay cold. One of the things I hear most often from women who are first getting back into cycling is that they tend to get a little bit sore around the crutch area. That's to be expected. However, there are some ways you can actually go about making that feel a little bit better. First of all, some cycling specific pants, or what we call nicks. Nicks have a padding in them, which we call a chamois, and they make your butt feel nice and comfy when you're on the bike. The other thing I'd say is also your saddle choice is really important. It might be really tempting to actually have one of those big, wide, soft and squishy saddles. Feels a bit like sitting in a lounge chair. But what we really want on the bike is support, not squishiness. Particularly if you're going on a long ride. The big, softer saddles can make you feel like you're actually compressing into the saddle and you can get some pressure spots. The firmer saddles will help you feel supported and keep you sitting up nice and straight. So for all those women who are going out and getting e-bikes, fantastic. And for all the people who are telling you that e-bikes are cheap bikes, they aren't. They're a great way to get into cycling. So whether you're riding on the path or on the road, it's your choice. But the most important thing is to stay predictable. If you're predictable, people can actually read what you're doing, and that's going to help keep you a little bit safer. So being predictable means using a few signals that might help you on the path. You might indicate that you're going to be pulling out by using your hands. If you're coming up behind some pedestrians, one ring of the bell is enough. You don't need to ring, ring, ring. Sometimes that can annoy people. One ring is enough. You might also like to call out passing as you're going past, just to let them know that you're coming past from behind. So my final tip for everyone is when you first get back on your bike, don't compare yourself to others. That person that goes faster up the hill or the person who goes faster around the block than you, they're not you. This is your ride and it's all about what makes you happy. So my suggestion is we should all just get out there, smile and just ride, ride, ride.